Vital! Vital! Go on.
Ready?
The thing?
Sorry,
It's, that button.
And then hold that. So do that first.
yeah, and then just press me just on that. You can take your hand off it.
Okay.
Keep it on there.
What table is that? What would you call that table?
The art table.
Art table. Cool. Hey guys, I've got an announcement. Basically, by the way, on the art table we're having a discussion, a really specific discussion about the N-word. If you want to know any more about the N-word, I'm not saying I'm an advocate, but we're going to have a discussion about it, okay? So if anyone's interested in talking about anything that's a bit left or a bit right, we're going to be talking about it in about 5 minutes on the art table, outside the arts room. Did that? Why does that scare me? But man can go in front of a stage and shout. I don't get it. You alright?
I know you're alright.
There's no one out here, you know. There's no one out here. You know that, yeah?
That's what he told you, innit? There's no one out here. So what? What now? What?
It's just a discussion as such, but even if they don't want to have that, it's like, well, why are you using it then? Why is it even coming to the forefront of your mind if you can't even discuss it in like a controlled environment now?
Do you know what the problem is? A lot of young people don't want to answer to, not their crimes, but you know what I mean, like to things they do or don't do.
Yeah. Responsibility.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No.
I think he probably should.
But Frank,
No.
Not even a girl.
He is?
No, it's not. It's a boy.
It's not a boy.
Not he's a boy.
Not as a female still.
No.
Oh,
This is not.
the right thing.
Not his problem.
Hello?
Yo, what go on, bro? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Are you?
Yeah, man. What you saying, GG?
Hey, come in.
Obviously, like, virgins in it, like, obviously, like, yeah, mate.
That's too far.
Yeah, but I'm like, what? I'm like basically black in it, so obviously with virgins in that.
Bro, that doesn't matter though. Like, you could be brethrens, but like, that can't run.
Yeah, but you my though.
Don't. Why you keep on saying it for? I need to figure out why people think it's cool to say the N-word. Why do you think people think it's okay to say the N-word?
Because basically people doesn't care about the human nature. We are not people.
You said the N-word.
I really don't.
You don't? Has anyone called you the N-word?
Yeah, a couple of people.
Yeah. Have they called you in a friendly way or like throw hate at you or in disrespect?
In a friendly way, but sometimes in a disrespectful way.
Is it more friendly than hate or is it more hate than friendly?
More friendly than hateful.
Why do you think people think it's okay to say the N-word?
I feel like some people feel it's empowering towards them, but it really isn't. Like, personally, I've never said it myself, I never will. Just out of respect.
Like in a friendly way, do your friends say it to you or have you ever like been called it in a disrespectful way?
They say it to me, but like I know what they mean, so I won't take offense, and I'll never say it myself. Though, even though they said I can't say it to them, but still. Like, you know when they give you the N-word pass or whatever they call it, and then
What's the N-word pass?
it's like when your friends trust you enough to give permission to use the word when you're around them and towards them.
Why do you think they do that?
Out of respect for you and how much like of a friend you are to them. It's like family almost.
Do you think it's okay for people to say the N-word?
Well, not really though. Some people they can take offence because of the way it's used in the past. That's what
Why do you think people think it's okay to say the N-word?
Because I think they're bad, that's why.
Why do you think the N-word allows people to think that they're bad?
Okay, so it gives them a hierarchy, or so they think it gives them a hierarchy in society, to be higher than the rest, maybe. I don't know.
Why do you think people think it's okay to say the N-word?
I think there's some misguided concepts and a lack of understanding about the history of the word, what it meant for black people during slavery, what the word actually like manifests into in modern society. I don't think that people understand that a word that's created just to cause people harm and upset. You can never take that word back because it wasn't created for a separate purpose. It was just created to chastise black people.
Why do you think people think it's okay to say the N-word?
I think it's something to do with gang association or people who want to say it to fit in, or maybe it's for them to act tough towards other people because they think saying that is going to make them feel better, but they don't know the history about the N-word and whatnot. So I think people say just some do for the fun of it, some because they're gang members, and some because they feel comfortable saying it around, but they don't know what's behind it and what's the actual meaning.
Do you know why? Why do you think they say it? For disrespectful reasons?
Maybe because obviously black people would say the N-word as in like a conversation, but other people could say it as in to hurt people or like the bad intention behind.
Why do you think they do that?
Aggravate, cause issues, try and do all sorts of
because they know it's a problem.
Yeah, I think they just do it mainly because they just like seeing entertainment. It's mainly between black kids, obviously, because those are the ones that get really heated about them kind of things.
Have you ever heard someone that's not black say the N-word?
Yes.
Have they ever said it to you?
Yes, and I've said it to other people. Like sometimes they say, "Oh, what's up?" Or sometimes they'll be like, "Oh, what's up? I saw you the other day, you black," and then it's like they say.
Do you take offence to that?
I don't, because it depends, because I see it like I wasn't a slave back then, so it's not for me to get offended. But I can also see it as they're just using it as a way to like demonetize or try bring me down or whatever.
Do you ever say it?
I say it, yeah.
Why do you say it?
Sometimes it's just, I don't know, it just slips out in conversation, or if I ever like try to sing a song or something, splits.
What makes it come to your mind to say that word to another person? Or do you just like get it from your friends?
It's like a father mom thing, like if I hear it, then I will say it, but if no one's actually bringing it up, then I don't think I'd say it.
Why do you think people think it's okay to say the N-word?
Because of the way society is portrayed the way. It's used. Like, see, black people, some black people, yeah, they use the N-word just to be like, oh yeah, that's my N-word over there. Like, as like a general term, you get me?
So, has anyone said it to you?
Yeah, a lot of times.
But do you say the word?
I can't lie, I have said the word. Can't lie, I have said the word.
Or do you still say it now?
I don't say it often. I don't ever say it often. So what made me start was the environment I was around. And you know what, yeah? What made me stop was me thinking. What made me stop was me thinking about other people's opinion. Well, I say opinions, but other people. You get me?
Yeah.
I'm like, yo. Even some people that aren't black won't even like the word. You get me?
Yeah.
So stopped. Backed off. Like, no, I'm not saying it.
You thought about other people's opinions and feelings.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, it's not a nice word if you think about where it originated from.
Yeah.
So. Stop with it.
So, why do you think people think it's okay to say the N-word?
Because they might want to be like the people that say the word, innit? They might want to be like them, and obviously they just say thinking it's alright, but you know what I'm saying?
Oh, do you think it's a cool word to say?
Nah, because there's nothing cool in it, just like,
Has anyone called you the N-word?
Yeah, but only black people, like my friends. They call me that because I'm close to them, and obviously they've, you know what I'm saying, they don't see me anymore as an, you know what I'm saying, as a mixed person or whatever, they see me as their people, so they think I'm like them, and obviously that's why they call me that.
Have you ever said the word?
Yeah, but only with my, my friends, because they told me to say, because I'm their N-word, you know what I'm saying? They are my N-word, and I was like,
so they call it you, then they think that
they told me, yo, it's alright if you say it.
They influence you into doing it? Okay.
But I never said it, but my own once.
Why do you think people think it's okay to say the N-word?
Unfortunately, the reason people think it's okay to say the N-word is because it's a great misconception. I've spoken to some of your people about this, they said that they're reclaiming the word. The thing that I say is, how can you reclaim a word that was used to denigrate you in the first place? You cannot use a word that was used to make you feel lesser than a human and then say you're reclaiming it because it wasn't our word in the first place. I don't care if you spell it with an H on the end, with a Z on the end, it doesn't matter how you spell it. And our young people have got to start understanding that there are some words that you don't hold on to. And unfortunately, our British English kids, for some reason, like to hang on to whatever the Americans do. And because the Americans say it's okay, it isn't okay. We shouldn't say it.
Like, have you ever said the N-word, or has anyone said it to you in a friendly way or a disrespectful way?
Personally, I've got to admit, when I've been talking about a Wackless man, I called him a nigra. Slightly different. However, it's not a word that I would just put in my vocabulary. If anybody tries to say it to me in a friendly term, I'll just hit them up straight away with this, don't be calling me that, because that's not what we are. Slavery days then done. So we don't have to, worry about that anymore.
Why do you think people think it's okay to say the N-word?
Sometimes it's like if you're growing up and around, it's like you're around, it's like sometimes if you're black, if you're a black man or female, to be females as well. If you're growing up and you're hearing the N-word a lot, it's going to come to a point where you're going to get influenced to say the N-word as well. And then sometimes if like white culture, people think it's okay to say the N-word just because their friends are black, and they think because their friends are black it's okay to say, but by the end of the day it isn't. Like, they don't really understand what the N-word really means. And it's like, it will come to a point where like their black friend might allow them to say the N-word, like that's the, it might come to a point where they think they can just say like that, and then they're gonna say it to the wrong person, and the person is just gonna end up with drama. It's not, the N-word isn't really to be used, to be honest. People don't really understand the meaning where it came from, and it's like, as I see it, it's like when back in the slave days, the N-word was to keep us down, and it's like over like time, it's like the black culture just came and like put the N-word into like kind of a positive way, but it depends. But they put N-words into ways that's like, yeah. So like when you got Joe rappers saying N-word this, N-word that, and when they get that, then it's like it gives people like, alright, there's a bad influence. I see what people are talking about in the past. And it's just gonna travel. It's just saying the N-word is like, I really thought it's gonna stop. And it's not because no one's not trying to trying their best, trying to stop like the N-word like going wrong, but it's just like the more how many people there is in the world, and there's only like 1-5 people trying to stop you, like wherever you're from, it ain't really gonna go. You need more voices.
Why do you think people think it's okay to say the N-word?
Because they think that they're black. Well, if they are black, they think that they're privileged to say that word, whereas it shouldn't be said at all, really. People refer to the N-word as like sayings like their brothers and their friends and that stuff like that. Whereas, say, back in the day, it was referred to like slaves and that.
Why do you think people think it's okay to say the N-word?
I don't think it is. Because, I don't know, like, everybody just thinks it's okay because it's used so much, like, used in songs and well, all that stuff.
Do you think like it's been like a domino effect, so one person says it, the other person thinks it's okay, and it goes out on that?
Yeah, basically.
Okay, like, have you ever said the word?
No.
Has anyone ever called you the word?
Yeah. They called my cousins it.
What's your feelings towards people?
I hate it. I hate the word.
You hate the word? Why do you hate the word?
Because I know what it means to people, yeah. Okay. My cousins don't like it.
Why do you think people think it's okay to say the N-word?
Because basically, as we as black people, we say a lot to each other, right? And a lot of like people that are white and that, they chill with black people and that. That's why they get used to it. So it's not really, to them it's not really offensive as it used to be. You know what I mean? They say it as a way to I say, oh, you're my G or my friend or whatever, you know what I mean? So, and plus we're in 2019, so, you know, people think like, oh, it's okay and all that, you know what I mean?
Would you think it's okay for black people to say the N-word?
Well, to be honest, it's not really something that can be, well, to be honest, it is alright, because it's something that happened to us, and if we're saying it to ourselves, it's like, You know what I mean? It's not really something that's really offending anyone.
Has anyone called you the N-word?
Oh yeah. The people call me that and I call them that back.
So you call them why do you think it's acceptable for you to say to other people that are black, or for anyone that's not black to say to people that are black?
Because, you know, basically then when it first came out for black people, you know what I mean? And then as you saying it as a black person is different than saying it as a white person, you know what I mean? So
why is it?
Because, you know, at the old times, there were the people who made it, you know what I mean? Well, to be honest, because it's something that really happened to your like grandfathers and ancestors and that, but to a white person it didn't really happen to them, you know what I mean? So it's kind of makes a difference, you know what I mean?
Question, like, why do you think they say it if it means so much to their ancestors and their grandparents?
Because, you know, as in the generation we're living in right now, everything has been really like made okay, you know what I mean? Even the stuff that are not okay has really been made okay. So that's one of the things that has been made okay, you know what I mean? So everyone else is just using it as, you know, a word that is used.